You got this.
You too, bro. Thank you.
We got this.
Yeah, we got this. We got this, bro. Thank you. What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Our Generation podcast. Today with Sean, aka Usually Modest. Welcome, bro.
Hi. Thank you for having me. And good evening.
Thank you for being here, bro. It's been a while since we seen each other, actually.
Definitely.
So we gotta do a little catch up there.
Yes.
So a concert is right around the corner here in Zurich on Thursday, the 31st, right?
Halloween. Yeah.
Ooh, do I need to wear a costume though?
You don't have to. You can if you want to.
Because I'm coming from work, so
yeah. No, it's okay.
I cannot work in the office with a Frankenstein outfit
totally.
or something. Just you know.
Disappointing, but okay.
Sorry to let you down, bro. I really didn't want to that. So basically, yeah, I'm gonna explain to you a little bit here on this podcast. There's always a little message here that we want to share with the people, with the listeners. And I'm super grateful to be able to have this conversation with you, because I find you as a musician, by the way, he's a musician. It's always interesting to know how is your process of doing things, how you even got into music and all that stuff, and just also to for the listeners to hear how your process is going right now, and you know, just to pick a little bit from your brain, your informations, you know.
No, definitely.
So yeah, I would just jump right away into it. So how did you even get into music, bro?
I feel like everybody has a funny story.
Yeah.
How they got into music. I don't really have an exact moment where I was like, okay, this is the starting point of my career.
Okay.
You know?
Okay.
I feel like as many other people out there, you just kind of get into something and then you fall in love with it.
Okay.
But one thing that kind of one thing that stayed with me was so when I was a kid, my dad and his friends used to always do like the street parade in Zurich.
Oh yeah.
And they got like their own fucking mobile, the it's mobile.
Yeah.
Love truck on the parade, like one of the trucks. And so it was him and like 4 other friends and his brother.
Yeah.
And I was like 12 or 13 and they took me onto the truck. I wasn't even allowed to be on there.
So like, by the way, guys, Street Parade is actually the biggest techno
festival
in Europe, right? So yeah, at 12, very ripe though.
Yeah. No, you have to imagine, like, they took me onto the truck and I was there for like 5-6 hours. Of course, I had ear protection and everything, but it's like
I'm still wearing them, you know.
Yeah. No, that's great. That's great. Yeah. So basically, I was just I was like 12 or 13 and on the truck, and it was my first time seeing like a DJ play.
Yeah.
And the crowd going crazy and all the dancers, and I was just there with the fucking ear protection and, you know, like it's like a Swiss little snack for kids, like kitty,
yeah,
you know, with the sticks and the cheese.
I love them.
I still eat them today, bro, even at work.
Bro, that's the top tier snack, guys. When you're in Switzerland, kitty snacks, top tier.
But only if they sponsor us. We're not doing free shit.
Shout out.
So it was just me, 12, 13 years old, eating the fucking kitty on the truck and seeing the DJ, and that's when I was like, I want to do this.
Wow.
You know?
Yeah.
Like this looks so cool, and I always loved listening to music as a child, but it never really struck me to do music until I saw somebody make music.
Actually, creating and sharing with people.
Yeah, and just the energy and everything. And it's kind of funny how it first was like me trying to become a DJ, you know, and then from DJing, I kind of got into producing.
Yeah.
I wanted to produce my own stuff.
Nice.
And then I fell in love with, I was like 14. I fell in love with hip hop and rap and old school and new school stuff.
Yeah.
And that's where I was like, okay, let me produce my own like hip hop
Beats and
SoundCloud rap.
Yeah.
And then I started writing stuff for those beats that I made. And then I was like, you know what? I mean, I make the beats, I write the stuff. Why don't I just also like try to sing and record on them?
Yeah. But wait, on the record, he's a great, amazing singer. I'm not just saying that because he's my friend or something like that, but his voice, out of this world. So you want to tell me you knew or didn't know that you actually can sing? I didn't know.
I never knew. And to be honest, if I'll show you, I could show you some of my older stuff and you would think that's garbage, like trash.
Okay.
But that's the beautiful thing about, you know, being obsessed with something and wanting to become better. And then actually when you stick with something long enough, you see yourself becoming better.
Yeah.
So I can proudly say that I was not able to hit the fucking tone or sing the way I'm singing today.
Wow.
But to be fair, that was like I started 7 years ago. So
all right.
You know,
I mean, it's still a long time still.
Yeah.
Or even a short time if you think about people starting at a very young age. But you know, how do you even work on that? Like, did you go to a vocal teacher, or did you just try and hit the tones right until you get it? Or I mean, what's the exact process? Because, for example, for me in basketball or something, I know I have to do the shot 100 times and then I will be confident to take it. So how does that work in music in general? I mean, you can even also tell us how you do it with creating beats or, you know, with your vocals.
I think it's pretty much the same, where you do it for yourself. Maybe you're even afraid to show it to like friends. I remember the first time I shared a song of mine that was like on SoundCloud, where I started out.
Yeah.
And before I got to the point where I felt comfortable or where I had enough courage to share something that I created, I've probably made like 20-30 demos of song ideas and 100 beats until I got to that point. So I feel like there's also a lot of practice and a lot of stuff that you keep to yourself.
Totally, yeah.
And it's like you say, like, until you feel like you can make the shot, until you feel like, okay, I can share this piece of art or this piece of music that I made, you know. And always, the beginning is always tough, and it takes a lot of courage, like I said, to start out. But yeah, does that answer your question sometimes?
Wow. All right. Thank you. No, because I'm really wondering, I'm so amazed. Also, our friend Jan, he's a DJ. He will surely also be in this podcast anytime soon. And just to see how this process works and how you need to stay dedicated, even though it isn't easy, you know, like that's where I am just truly amazed by in general music. I mean, even when you see the posters on the wall, you see Daniel Caesar, you see Frank Ocean. I mean, simply inspirations. Do you also take inspirations from them, or are you just trying to be open and search for the wide horizon of musicians, or are you just going in a certain direction of musicians that you're going after because you have a similar voice? Or
I would say I'm very open, and I like to be creative as much as possible as I can. And oh my God, I got to get used to how my voice sounds on this stage. I feel like I'm flirting to myself right now.
Bro, same.
No, but wait, let me restart that one in case you want to cut it. So yeah, no, I like to be open. I like to be creative, and I don't really like boundaries or being put into a box. Like I started out, I wanted to become a DJ, then that didn't really feel right anymore, and then I wanted to become a SoundCloud rapper. That didn't feel right at some point. And then I feel like, you know, finding yourself is a constant process, and it's like a lifelong journey. It's never gonna end. We're always gonna reinvent ourselves.
Yeah.
So I feel like being open and trying as many things as possible is the way to go. Because how can you know what's right for you if you always just stick with one thing? Just because it works doesn't mean that another thing that couldn't work too.
Facts. I agree totally.
So I mean, you know some of my songs, you know some of my music. You don't know what my album is gonna sound like,
bro. I just wanted to ask you about it. Is there an album coming soon?
There is, yes.
Bro,
the cat is out of the bag.
Oh, guys, do you know when it's dropping, or are you just?
I'm still working on it, but it's my debut album.
Wow,
it's my very first one. By the way, this is not promo. This is just like
this is actually just two homies talking, because I just felt like we need this talk in front of the camera just to share who this beautiful human being is here with this amazing voice. So no gaslighting, just real facts to you guys.
And he's just as beautiful, okay, and just as talented.
Thank you, bro. Wow. Thank you, bro. I wish I was more musically talented. I mean,
well, you have so many other gifts, man. It's
true, but you know, like
you can still learn, you can still practice.
I mean, I thought about trying out DJing for a long time, because I remember all the time since today till this day, it's always like, Marco, you got the aux cord, like play the music, and then you're the one checking out the vibes, seeing who is in what mood, and you're like adjusting the playlist to that. I mean, of course, I'm not having the whole mixer and stuff like that where I just can adjust the whole bass and stuff, but it's more like, you know, sharing the vibes with the people. That's more like what I would love to do and create. Especially my origins are from the Balkans, so Serbia, and I would love to try some new things with my origin music and mix it with something new, or something that actually exists but isn't that popular. But it's a whole lot of things to do and research and try out. I mean, why not? Honestly, why not? But I just need some more time to think and try it out.
Yeah, of course.
Especially with Jan or something like that, because, you know, I have to start somewhere.
Yeah, no, definitely. To have somebody around you that can guide you and like kind of show you things, that's gold. That's like everything. So that's really good. But also, like you say, just go for it. Just try. Just like, don't let anything hold you back, you know?
Thank you, bro. I will.
And
truly.
It's interesting that you're saying this, because I feel like there might be something there, because you're saying everybody passes you the aux. You know, they're like, Marco, play some music, man. You always got the good tunes. Play some fucking music, Marco.
And I was like, bro, let me just enjoy. But then I realized sometimes I just cannot feel comfortable because I'm not hearing the right music at the moment, you know?
Yeah. But what I wanted to say is that people trust you enough, and they know that you have a certain sense. You can read the room, and I feel like as a musician, and especially as a DJ, that's like super important to be able to read the room.
Okay.
So you can like read the vibes, share the vibes, and you can you have like a certain sense where you're like, okay, I'm gonna play this song because I feel like everybody in this room is gonna like this song, or they're gonna dance, or if the people feel low, this is gonna like hype them up again, or if they're too hyped, this is gonna calm them down. You know, like you have a certain sense.
Damn,
maybe that's why people want to give you the aux, because you just have this certain ability to to change the environment of the room, you know.
I actually never thought in that way, actually. So I'm really glad I'm having this talk with a true musician, because I wouldn't get to that point, you know. So thank you. But I would surely try this out, and
just give yourself time, and then
of course. But back to you, bro. Okay. Surely the musical process isn't easy as always, but I really want to know, when it's not going your way, in that moment you're creating or trying to write a song, and you got that writer's block, or need a time off from music, even if it's a day, 10 minutes, or a whole week, or longer. What does Sean do, aka usually modest, on a free day, or to free his mind?
I like to whenever I have like a writer's block, or I don't feel like creating something, or like you say, I want to free my mind, I like to be in nature. I really love the lake, especially the Zurich Lake. If any of you haven't been, you should.
It's
probably my favorite place on earth.
Agree.
I even have like my own little private little corner. I mean, it's not my private corner, but I treat it like it's my corner. When I see trash there, I pick it.
Everybody has a spot.
Yeah. Whenever I see trash, I pick it up, and I'm like, my fucking backyard. Who
is here? Who's trying to litter my spot?
Who's disturbing my peace?
Man, if I catch them.
Yeah. Or when somebody else is there, I'm like, please, can you just go away? This is my spot. I was here first.
You're sounding right now like Sheldon Cooper from The Big Bang Theory. He's always like, you're sitting in my spot.
Yeah,
like, you cannot sit in my spot. You're in my spot.
Yeah, but back to topic. So I love being in the nature. I love being by the lake, especially when it's like warmer during summertime. I like reading books. I love watching movies. I used to like also like game a lot, like play the PlayStation or game, but I kind of got rid of that just because it didn't really fulfill me. And personally, I spent too much time doing that, and it didn't really give me anything except for like an escapism or like a distraction. So I stopped with gaming like 4 or 5 years ago already.
Same.
Yeah.
Same.
But just nature, books, going for walks, spending time with friends, dear friends, other friends, talented friends, and handsome friends. Okay, let me stop here. Too many compliments.
I'm blushing, guys.
Turn off the camera.
Hey, yo. Hey, oh.
Pause.
Big pause.
Yeah, no, man, just those things. And I love cooking too.
Oh.
Yeah.
What's your favorite meal to cook?
Oof. Probably also because it's the easiest, and you can like do so many variations. Pasta,
obviously.
Like pasta, and then you just freestyle a sauce. It could be based on tomato, and then you just add some spiciness to it, or you add some like Mediterranean stuff to it. You can add meat to it, but you can never go wrong with some pasta and tomato sauce.
It's the most loyal thing you can have in the kitchen,
and it's so easy too.
Facts. There is always pasta in the kitchen.
What about you?
But good thing, a good question, man. I honestly love to. I told you, like, for lunch I had like a steak with the sweet potatoes, and then I added some paprika. I mean, that's a meal that I really enjoy eating because especially it's full with nutrition, and also it's healthy. Yeah. So I'm really trying to not eat all too much of carbs, but still, I love me some pasta. If I'm eating pasta, then it's white bolognese. I mean, the classic one is amazing, but the white one is, I don't know, even more tastier for me. I don't know. It's just my feeling of taste. But do
you have like a favorite type of pasta? Like, is it spaghetti, penne?
I would say either farfalle, the ones that look like a butterfly.
Yeah, or like a bow tie.
Yeah, like a bow tie. Yeah. Or fusilli. I love to, like fusilli. Stab them.
Yeah, that's great.
I got no anger issues, guys. How about you?
Classic, man, penne.
Penne. I don't know, bro.
Penne.
I honestly don't like penne.
You don't?
Maybe I ate them too much in the military when I went to, but I don't know. I just aesthetically as well, it isn't pleasing that much. When I'm seeing penne, it's just like not the truest pasta that you can actually eat. Like it's just not. aesthetically pleasing.
I get. But I'll make you some penne with a secret sauce of mine.
Please.
And I'll blow your mind.
Secret sauce, guys.
Yeah, no, not
that. Michael Jordan. No, I thought about Michael Jordan, bro. Come on now.
I had a different sauce.
Come on, guys. No. We're not on this.
Okay, wait. We're drifting off. I don't even feel like I told you like my whole story of the beginning of how I got into music.
Please. The stage is yours, bro.
Fucking pasta.
No, I people like gotta know what you love and who you are actually.
Yeah. No, I just felt like
that's the goal here.
All right, let me just. So I tried with the DJing thing. I had like my biggest gig was in front of my mom in the living room.
That's the biggest audience that you need, actually.
The most important audience.
Of course, the most honest audience that you can have.
Yeah. And the most loving too.
True.
Yeah. But so that, yeah, I stopped that. I didn't pursue it any further. I still sometimes like to play a little bit.
What was the decision where you just like, okay, at this point, no?
I fell in love with creating it.
Okay.
You know, I love playing music and like setting the tone and, you know, like reading the room and stuff like that, and or just playing music, listening to anything that has to do with music, but actually also creating is what like it just enchanted me, or like it just took me it just took me not by surprise. Let me rephrase it. Okay. So I quit, not really quit, but I just paused the DJ thing, and then I pursued more creating actual music and making beats and writing songs, and for the last few years, I've just been reinventing myself and finding my sound. And it went from DJing to SoundCloud rap, where I had like 2-3 years of SoundCloud rap, trap.
I mean, 7 years ago, that was the thing.
Yeah. It was like 2016, 2017,
I mean,
18.
Lucian,
Yeah.
Kodak Black, they came from SoundCloud. I mean,
those were actually also some of my influences too, like Lil Uzi, Nav, also Kodak Black, Playboi Carti.
Oh, of course. 21 Savage as well, no?
Yeah, he too, yeah. But as many things in life, they are temporary and they change. And as I said before, like you reinvent yourself, and so things just sometimes develop in a different direction. And I also believe like everything happens for a reason. So, you know, I just love to go with the flow. So as soon as something doesn't feel right anymore, I go and look for the next thing that feels right. And as soon as I found it, I just fully go into that direction.
Amazing.
Until it doesn't feel right anymore.
Totally.
And it's just a constant
journey of evaluating and growing.
Yeah,
and
it's just a cycle that repeats itself over and over.
Truly, yeah.
And and then I got onto Spotify and everything, and I got a little bit more into the direction of pop. But now I would say like I love to make music, and I do whatever. Like on my upcoming album.
Yeah.
I have everything. I have pop, I have punk, rock, I have bossa nova.
What?
I have bossa nova tracks.
I love bossa nova.
Or just also like a lot of influences of like psychedelic rock or psychedelic sounds, alternative R&B, alternative R&B, alternative pop, just a mix of everything that I listen to, everything that I love, and also everything that I experienced, just put together in one project.
Amazing. Wow. But do you feel like, are you going to keep on doing a certain genre when you see this on the basis of your views or listenings? You're going to go more in this genre because the people enjoy it more, or are you just going to keep on, you know, like you said, trying to fit the new shoes on and see if it's not fitting right, and you keep on going? I mean, it's always about you when you're creating music. It's never the listener actually, because it has to fulfill you. But would you still do that? Like,
Mhm.
consider what the listeners enjoyed more than what you actually wanted to create?
Mhm. I would say if my motivation was to be successful and making a shit ton of money,
Mm-hmm.
and not really caring so much about what I put out, then I would definitely orientate myself to what people love the most or play the most, and then I would do that. But it just doesn't sit right with me. I put everything into the music. It's like a personal thing. It's like personal experiences. It's everything from heartbreaks to hardships to losses to wins to realizations, or just how I view the world.
Yeah.
And I feel like the more you are yourself and the more you embrace that, the people who are supposed to resonate with that will be
come.
attracted, and they will come, and they will stay because of that. And so I feel like it's just important to do what feels right and go with that direction and just give it your best. And you have to stand behind the music, and you have to be happy with it. You have to, be passionate about it. Because if you are not, then how could you ever expect somebody else to be?
Facts.
Right.
If you're not enjoying it yourself, then who is it going to be? No. But speaking on the album now, is there a story behind? Because you said so, like certain albums that you're creating or certain songs are about something. Do you have a storyline? Do you have something that you're deeply sharing in this album, or? Yeah.
When is this coming out? Just so I don't spoil too much.
Let's say the end of the year now.
End of the year. Okay.
Maybe beginning of January, February, because we are timetable wise a little bit tight.
Okay. Well, then this is like the first time I'm ever gonna say this on camera.
Okay.
Except for the camera that I use for like behind the scenes stuff.
All right.
But yeah, this is gonna be. I'm gonna reveal the album title.
All right. Okay.
And I can talk a little bit about it, but not too much.
Okay.
Because I don't want to spoil anything. But actually, let me take a sip of water.
Take that. But actually, I'm good. Thank you, bro. I'm curious about it now. So.
Okay. So the title of my debut album is A Spiritual Hangover.
Okay. Okay, I see.
So
elaborate, please.
Okay. So a spiritual hangover to me is the awakening of one's soul, of my soul, or also in the sense of finding your purpose and realizations. And what not many talk about, or what not really is like a big theme out there, is the aftermath of that. So many things come with having an awakening, and not specifically being like, oh, I'm woke. Not like that. More in the sense of realizing that the world is not just black and white. There's so many shades, so many patterns. Facts. And we are so much more, and we have so much more to offer and to do on this planet. And it's like it's basically just like the last 2, maybe 3, 4, 5 years of my life, stories and everything put together. And just me having this sort of like coming out of this shell as like my cocon, and flying as a butterfly, like this kind of this whole kind of thing. And it's also again, as I said, there's like a whole lot of genres into it. Like I like to use the word, I just recently heard about this, genre fluid. Okay. It's not gender fluid, it's genre fluid. Genre fluid, okay. So like you like to tap into whatever, whatever feels right. So
and you can adapt to it. So
yeah, okay. And that's my album, and my album has a little storyline with a whole spiritual guidance counselor, a good friend of mine, Raja Flame, who's also an artist. He's from Ghana.
All right.
I don't know his exact age, but he's probably like in his 30s, 40s.
Yeah.
He just had a son too.
Oh, congratulations.
Yeah, shout out to Jaden.
Shout out.
Big man. Yeah, no, he's amazing. He's awesome. He makes music with Red One, Fire One, another friend of mine, and they're like a duo and they do music together. But with Raja, I sat down and I gave him like a script because I thought about, for the whole album, I love when an album has a story behind it and like a meaning, like a movie, yeah. And you have like just certain skits and certain points on the album, or like certain just certain seconds or minutes where it's like telling you a story, and you have somebody like talking to you, or somebody interacting, or just like a lot of sound design, like not just making music but creating an experience. So that's what I want to go for, or what I am going for. And I feel like I'm gonna stop talking about it here because I'm gonna spoil too much.
Amazing. No,
but
totally.
Yeah, I'm really looking forward to it, and it's probably my best work as of now.
I mean, it's your first album. So.
It's my first album. It has to be.
Yeah.
And it is. It truly is. And I can't wait for it to be out. I'm still working on it. I have a very, very cool cover. And I also have, as you can see, we're in the band room for the last 12 months or even more. Have been putting together a band for live shows with a drummer, Solomon. Bass would be T, or Tarkan is his name. We have a guitar, James, another guitar, and additional backing vocals, Johnny Bro. He also makes music. Bro written just like Frank Ocean's real name, like BREAUX, Bro.
Oh, like the French
like a
version.
French, like a French version. Yeah, the two posters are also from Johnny. Okay. So those are also his influences. But last but not least, I cannot forget about Michel de Mello. He also makes music and produces, and so that's the band that I put together.
Shout out to the band.
Shout out to the band, yeah. And that's also the show that you're gonna come see. It's gonna be our second time ever playing together as a band. We just had our first show in St. Gallen. And we also played a few songs off the album. Yeah. So you're gonna get a little taste of the album at the show exclusively. Okay. And
now we're talking though.
Yeah. So I think that sums it up nice.
Okay, I'm heavily excited about it, but I truly find the storyline that you just shared just simply beautiful, because when I hear about that, then I just simply connected with me, for example, because, or in general, you can even also, the listeners can connect with it, because when you think about it, it's life. It's reconnecting with yourself, connecting and disconnecting as well. I mean, there is always highs and lows, and the circle of life where you're just trying to find yourself again and again and again. And right now, in 2024, for the first time, I have a lot of new beginnings, like everywhere, at work, at school. I mean, I started studying right now. I met a lot of new people in my life that I'm truly grateful for, and also trying new things out, especially also the podcast right here. I gotta honestly say, I have to admit it took me 5 years to even get the courage together and just start doing it, like invest in myself, invest in microphones, camera, and really find the concept where I just want to share with people, like the creators that actually exist in Switzerland, or even internationally, and also pick their brains and also share some parts of me as well, just to simply, you know, show the world who we are. Like, you know, it's the internet. Like, we live in such a crazy world right now that actually can help a lot of people, because when you think about, you know, 7 years ago, you were wondering maybe how can I even start doing DJing, or how can
what am I doing with my life?
Facts. Where am I going to find somebody that can publish my music? Or
I mean, not even that. 7 years ago, I didn't even know what was possible with this whole music thing. Like, it was just, I wasn't even aware of the talents that I have been gifted. And obviously it's not just talent, it takes a lot of dedication and time and work, and you have to show up, and sometimes you also have to take a break too, take a step back, and
tell me about it,
you know. But yeah, 7 years ago I had no clue, you know. And just like you, I had to find the courage, and I had to look for something, and then I found it, and then I found the courage, and you know, it's just the same with you. And I feel like most important. Oh,
the camera went out.
Oh.
let me just check what the camera has. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen. Excuse the technical error. The camera overheated, so we had to quickly stop. But we are back and better with another question.
Yes.
So we can also continue about talking about courage. So taking the courage. I mean, not just going to a live concert and sharing your music with the people, but also starting something on your own and trying to create something while knowing in the background that you're actually working a 9-to-5 job. And, you know, having the thoughts of what are other people thinking of my music, you know, like all these thoughts from the outside are just getting into your head. Are you trying to block them? How are you managing that? I mean, so many questions, but it's more of how did you collect this courage and just say, F it, I'm just gonna do it?
Well, the thing about me, I don't know about you, but I'm a big overthinker.
Yep, same.
Like, I overthink a lot, and I think it's also a lot of stuff from my childhood that is still with me. By the way, I'm going to therapy about it, which is great, and I love therapy. It's a great thing for me. But no, what I wanted to say is that honestly, I just had the realization, like, first off, I would say it's the love for what I'm doing, for what I'm creating, is just so big and so huge, and the feeling that I get from it, that it is big enough for me, or strong enough to deal with having these moments where I doubt myself, where I overthink, where I might even be facing like hateful comments or just people talking behind my back, or making fun of me, making little jokes and not taking me serious, ignoring me, whatever it is. Like, the love that I have for what I'm doing, and for music is just so strong that even if I find myself struggling, it's still not a reason for me to give up. And the other thing is also, you know, with the loss of my dad, that's like a realization point, or something that like really changed a lot, is the realization that everything is temporary, even life itself. So that was like the tipping point for me to like even go more after it and be more brave and even more courageous, and the fuck it moment, you know. Because you see that a life can just be gone like that, you know. So it's if anything, it's motivational for you to, you know, give it your all and like really give this thing a shot. We're only here once. Thanks. You know, so why not try things out? Why not fail at so many things, but still, you know, you still went for it.
Wow.
Even if you fail at everything that you pick up and try, something will stick, and all the other things will just be a great learning experience.
Yes, and you tried it.
Yeah.
The ugly question of what if won't come up because you tried it, and that's something that takes a lot of courage. I mean, just to move on and try new things, even though it didn't work out, but still you have to be proud for yourself because you tried it. Even though you are disappointed it didn't work out, but still, you know, like it's an amazing message. Also, my condolences on your dad. But
thank you.
I mean, it's truly you connected with it, but it's so true. I mean, you only live once. It's truly YOLO. So you have to go all in your life and try things out, because we live only once, and
yeah,
time is flying. When you think about, you started 7 years ago with music, and 7 years ago I was playing basketball at 16, 17, and now I'm 24 actually, and realizing I'm closer to my 30s than to my 17s. And then I'm like, okay, I have to do my shit. Like, I have to try things out. I have to go and be. You know, it's not I'm putting myself on the pressure and say I have to. I'm just saying like that right now, but it's more of let's find out how that door looks, how this room looks like. Like, let's enter this room and see what experience I can collect from there. Because, for example, as you know, for example, I'm modeling from time to time, and I mean, 2 years ago I was working in a 9 to 5. You should
be doing it professionally only.
Bro, I have to do it, but you know, it's a lot with school and work, but I mean, it's a dream to do it professionally. I mean, I'm doing it professionally, but you know,
living off
of it. So yeah, that's the next goal. But you know, 2 years ago I was just working, and then the offer came up, hey, are you interested in modeling? And I was like, hey, why not try it out? Why not see how that works out? And maybe if I get far, it's amazing. If not, I tried it.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I went to Paris. I walked my first ever runway show this year, which is surreal. And I'm truly thankful to God and my friends and my family who supported me all the way there. And I mean, especially I'm proud of myself being courageous and try it out, because you hear so many stuff about modeling and the industry and how cruel it is. Yes, it's cruel, but why isn't it also? I mean, it's everywhere. It's cruel everywhere. At the office, you can get sexually harassed or anywhere. Like it's you can always be in danger. You're always in danger. But you just need to get the courage together and just try it out, whatever it is. Obviously, you have to do your research. You have to be mindful with your decisions and stuff like that. But it's deeper than we think. Just one decision. It's more of try it out, see how the room looks like from the inside instead of the outside, and wondering, what if I get in there? I mean, sometimes taking the risk pays off, maybe not, but it always pays off because you learn, even though you failed. So yeah, we learn and keep on going, growing, and
definitely. Yeah. I think also something that I just wanted to say, because you mentioned, you know, us being closer to our 30s than to when we were kids and little teens, you know. I still feel like it's, I mean, now or never, but at any age, I feel like you can still be successful and still pursue your dreams, even if we do hit our 30s, and in our minds we might have not, we might not be there yet where we want to be, and that's often the case. But it's just for me, like any conversation that I try to have in this field always leads to this one thing: balance.
Facts.
So balance. Like just, you know, having this striving for greatness and wanting to do things and pushing and going and giving it your all, but also sometimes, you know, just embracing the things that you can control that are right now the way they are, you know. And you are not right now doing Fashion Week in Paris. I am not right now going on a world tour, which doesn't mean that you and I will never do so.
It's just not right now.
It's just not right now.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that right now is not beautiful. This conversation that we're having, beautiful.
Amazing. Super grateful for that.
Me too. I'm grateful to know you, and I'm really thankful to be here and to talk to you and, you know, do this with you. And it's just like finding the balance, you know, of wanting to be somewhere, but also wanting to be in the now, wanting to be here. And
just experience and live. But also a reminder for yourself, Frank Ocean dropped Channel Orange at 25. I mean,
I'm 23.
Yeah, you see, like, it can always boom at a certain age. You can always, like, go on top. But it's just a question, how long are you going to continue with the journey? And that's always like, when do you know when to stop, and when do you know it's just not meant to be for you?
I feel like it just comes back to the point where I was like, you know, I'm doing something as long as it feels right. And there might be a point in time where making music won't feel right, although it sounds really unrealistic, because sometimes it can be a lot, you know, like you mentioned before, I work the 9 to 5, I have all these other things. Sometimes I also have a love life, sometimes I don't. In any case, there's like always other things going on around you, and you can lose a little bit of fire, a little bit of passion from time to time. It doesn't mean that it's gone. It's always going to be there. But sometimes certain things have to come first, or like, you know, you can always put your passion first, but sometimes, you know, you might experience some mental health issues or physical health issues, or you have stuff in your family, or you have bills to pay. There's always other things that are there, you know.
Facts.
And so it's just about timing. I feel like, you know, you could put out something now, you could do a walk for, or like photos for a magazine
facts
that nobody has heard of. It's a cool magazine, nobody has heard of it, and I drop an album, it's cool, nobody has heard of it, and then it might not be the right time right now. It's the right time to put it out, but it's not the right time for people to
acknowledge it
or interact with it and find you and see you. And then boom, 3 years later,
you're here.
The magazine is the most popular thing, and everybody wants to have the OG ones, the originals, the first ones, or the album finally found its audience, and people are like, oh my God, where has this been? And now I'm only listening to this.
I mean, time will tell, obviously.
Yes.
So, I agree totally with your point of view. And also, when you think about, you're having two lives, like your 9 to 5, the you know, like worries that you have aside music, because as soon as you step in the studio, in your band room, everything, all the worries are gone. But as soon as you step outside again, you know, my worries are back, the real life is here. You know, like, you still have this part, this stone on your leg where you're like, man, I still have to, like, keep on going and working and have my 9 to 5 job just to pay my bills, to be able to finance this room, for example. And, you know, like, how do we handle that? Because, for example, for me, I quit my job, I went to travel a little bit, and then I got scouted by my agency, and then it started with, you know, modeling, visiting agencies, traveling to Paris, to Milano, and trying it out, trying it. And also I worked part-time in a back office and tried to finance myself like that. But I just realized, hey, I have time academically. I need also finances. I need to finance my life, because at 24 you have to start slowly to have an income, to have something on the side, because I really invested all I had energy-wise, materialistic-wise, on myself, on this career. But I realized, hey, I have to step aside a little bit and just, try to work on myself, keep on doing what I'm doing still, but also still to my camera again.
No.
But anyways, we'll keep on going to talk. I'm gonna fix it anytime.
You should, you know what? At this point, you should you should add just some visuals from the show. Yeah. And you can do visual stuff, and we'll just keep on talking, and then
amazing.
Yeah, or you can pull out your phone and record with your phone.
I will. As soon as I have the next question for you.
All right. But were you finished with what you were saying?
I will. I had to step aside and just evaluate the whole situation and realize, hey, Marco.
Hey, Marco.
Hey, how you doing?
Marco.
How you doing?
Okay, sorry.
Sorry, guys. To reevaluate the whole situation where you're standing right now, and telling yourself, okay, it's all right to not invest all the energy that you have in that moment right now, for example, at my job, like modeling, because it's just not moving anyway, so I can invest my time in something else. And that's like financing myself by trying to work, studying right now. I'm in a uni and trying to get my degree, and restarting, connecting with something new, but still on continuing with modeling, trying to sort it out when I can go on jobs while I'm working and studying. So that's like my new challenge. So that also takes courage to step aside and say, definitely. Okay, I have to be realistic. Yeah. I need to finance myself. I need to grow a little bit differently now. I'm still having modeling in my life, but not at that point where I'm saying, boy, it's crucial right now. I need that in my life.
But see, that's something that I wanted to say is, going back to the point where we were like, can I still talk? Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. So this is something that I wanted to say is going back to, talking about how everything is temporary. And just the way you put it, I feel like there's a phase for everything. So right now, you might not be in the phase of pursuing your modeling career as fully invested as you used to. I feel silly when I'm talking and you're like trying to fix the camera. Start over here.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
All good.
Phew. Okay, I'm back.
So as I was trying to say, there's a phase for everything. So right now you might not be in the phase of fully embracing and investing yourself into your passion and into modeling, but more a phase of preparing for the next one, which is going to be that, So right now you have to sometimes, like you say, take a step back and or like you said, take a step back and focus on paying your bills, putting some money to the side, work on your mental health, work on your body.
Facts. Facts.
Also musicians and models and just performers or people in that industry of entertainment, performance, and art. We have to take care of ourselves. We have to take care of our body, take care of our mind, because if we don't, then we can't really create. We can't really function. And
not at all.
Yeah,
we are the resources that will get us the result, and when we are not functioning, it won't work. Like
it won't be our best. It won't be our best, and it's not fair towards your passion or the art that you're not able to give your all, you know. So you rather have these phases and these moments where you might not be able to live the artist life or live the model life, because you know that's just the way sometimes life goes.
True, it's not always flowers and roses. And yeah, as you said, I mean, to start over, but keep on doing what you're doing, simply has to be also a part of life where you reconnect with stuff. As you said, it's circle of life. You have to keep on doing it, and you know, be yourself in any moment that you are, even though you're in a hardship right now where you're fighting battles right now deep down in your side. You still have to listen to yourself, and when you're not listening to yourself and keep on going, at any point you won't function right, that you won't create the way you actually want to create. So yeah, I agree with you with that. But also I was wondering and wanted to ask you about that, but we see, especially in our years, many people at our age or even younger are getting famous early, successful, sports-wise, musical-wise, internet-wise. Do you feel the pressure of having to succeed right away, or do you feel like my time will come step by step? I know when the time is right, the people will appear and listen to my music, or are you putting the pressure on you?
Two things. First, comparison is the thief of joy.
Thanks.
Still have to learn it, still have to embrace it.
Same.
I catch myself, especially with social media, it's really hard.
It's the worst.
It happens so fast. You see something and you're not particularly wishing something bad toward the person, but it's still like internally you just automatically compare yourself to this individual or whoever you see or whatever you see, and it's very human. It's normal, but it is robbing you of joy and energy.
Totally.
And that's the first.
Yeah.
So, you know, having that in mind, and then the second would be kind of what you just said, that, you know, just there's a timing for everything. And if you truly follow something that is meant for you, you will get there. And if anything, the journey is so much more. It's not about where you're going to end up. It's about the right here, the right now, the getting to that, all those, the people that you meet, the experiences you make, the times you fall onto your face and you hit the ground and you're like, fuck, I don't want to do this anymore. Like, well, you fucking cry. You have mental breakdowns. You question your whole existence. But then all the beautiful things, like all the, like I say, the great people you meet, the great conversations you have, the things that you create, the things that you share. It's just, the journey is everything. The journey is everything. And I just believe that whatever is right will be, and it's going to be at the right time. Everybody has their own timing. There's a reason why people like, I don't know, Bill Gates, Steve Jobs, they were not as successful in their early 20s as they were in their 30s or 40s. And artists as well, like Jay-Z, St. John.
Rick Owens as a designer.
Rick Owens. There's probably a lot of models too that took an unconventional route, and, you know, they might have had their, They have their moment to shine and to bloom when they are supposed to.
Thanks.
Everything is everything.
Amazing.
You know, and so, yeah, let's just worry less and just create more, do more, try more.
Be you.
Be yourself. That is very important. Be yourself. Don't be afraid to be yourself either.
Yeah.
Because
somebody will love you. They will enjoy your presence when you're stepping into the room.
And if not, you still have yourself. You should love yourself, and then you're not. Of course, it's important that you have people around you, and it's nice. But if you know that, you know, you love yourself and you are proud of who you are, and you're trying to be your best and be a decent human being. You know, it's like there's no need to worry about anything, or you're gonna have times where you're gonna feel alone, or where you are actually gonna be on your own, but
you have to be.
It's not the end of it. Everything's temporary. So when you face these challenges and whatever hardships that you are going through, it's all temporary.
Facts.
Just as the beautiful moments. So when you have the beautiful moments, enjoy them and live them to the fullest. Like really be in a moment. And when you're going through some tough phases or through some really hard times, then also just, you know, it's not forever.
Amazing. After the storm always comes sunshine, right?
I love that quote. Yes.
That's what you have to live for. I mean, but live by. That's actually the quote that I always go with when I'm going through hardships. Right, like right now, I have to be honest.
Same.
It's like it's such a rocky road this year. I mean, so many things happen besides the good things, like the new beginnings, but they're also not easy. You have to adjust to new things that happened, or unconventional, unexpected things that happened, and you have to process them still and work on yourself and keep on growing, even though the waves are hitting you back and not trying and pulling you away from the place that you actually want to get. So yeah, you have to also fight against the wave sometimes to get there. And to top it off, bro, one last question that every guest gets. What would you tell or say your younger self, or somebody that is trying to start out with music and DJing, whatever it is, that you wished you knew 7 years ago, or even today, that you wished you knew but would love to share with the audience right now?
Don't be afraid.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to be yourself. Don't be afraid to try out things. Don't be afraid to feel alone, feel misunderstood. Don't be afraid. You know, it's simple as that. Don't be afraid.
Amazing, bro. Thank you very much, Sean, that you joined me on this episode.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
And guys, hope you enjoyed it also as well as I did, because always when I'm sitting with him or meeting him with my homies, it's always an amazing conversation that we can share together. And you know, I mean, I just want to tell you good luck on your journey. I'm truly proud of you for who you are, what you built so far, and you're building still. And truly, may God be with you on your path, and keep on growing, keep on creating, keep on connecting people with your music, because bless your soul, you got this, and you deserve the world, bro. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, bro. It really, really means a lot. Thank you for having me. Thank you for sharing, sharing a little bit of my story here. And, bro, only the same to you.
Thank you, bro.
Yeah, man.
All right, guys. See you at the next episode of OG Podcast. Bye, guys.
That was awesome.